Good morning. Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Well, this morning I am unreasonably happy to be here. I don't I don't know. I'm just kind of busting out with love and gratitude for my Unity family this morning. So, woohoo. It might have been because Robert and I went dancing last night. Woo! So, you can't just bust it out. It's so good. Well, welcome to Unity of Fort Collins. Do we have anybody here who's new that would like a welcome packet plunked in your hand? If you would, put a hand up and we'd be happy to put one in for you. And they're available on the table, so we love welcoming new folks to our community. Janice has them right there. Any takers? Welcome packet takers? All right. Welcome to folks online. We were being grateful for the work of the folks who live in the treehouse, Richard and Mike Hawes today, and Gerald and crew. But we have improved our technology so much, so incredibly. We were really the two stooges when we started, and we're a lot better than we used to be. So the folks online are having a much higher quality experience. So thanks to our tech crew. We have a ton of stuff, announcements this morning. So if anybody is in line to do an announcement, let's get you all up here at once and we'll get that going. Today's speaker is Reverend Jim Yeaw. Justin Roth is our musician, and it must have worked. Our prayers for him last week manifested, and he's here. So Justin said this morning, I don't usually get sick, and I don't usually miss 2 gigs in a row, but he's here and full of beautiful music this morning. Yes, so we're glad you're here. The rest of February will continue our auditions for our new music leaders, so please come and listen and give us your feedback. The back wall today is the artwork of Janice Ballard, and she's got art, collage, and poetry. Thank you, Janice. Next Sunday, we have our annual meeting, and we will provide pizza. So, in case you needed one extra thing to encourage you to come, pizza should do it. All right. Kamina, you want to come up?
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm standing up here to tell you that Tuesday is Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is.
Right? Woo-woo! And I cannot think of a better day for opening up our hearts and focusing on love. So, what we're going to be doing, and I'm not just talking about romantic love, because there's all kinds of love. And I'm talking about us getting together here at Unity, right here in the Roomy Room. And we're going to be having live music. There will be a little mini workshop that I'm going to be doing on energy and how we use energy to enhance our relationships. There'll be, it's an actual hands-on, you all participate, you don't just sit there listening to me. And then after that, we will have a meditation, which will be a guided meditation, again, to continue to open up our hearts to our relationships. So I hope that you will join us. It's at, let's see, it goes from 7 to 8:30 on Tuesday. And you can come solo, You can come with a partner. You can come with your friends. But come. And, oh, I almost forgot. There will be chocolate. So, no pizza, just chocolate. So if you have any questions about it, I'm in the, bookstore this morning. And also there's flyers on the tables. I hope I'll see you there. Thank you.
We are having a family fun night on February 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. We'll have a scavenger hunt, games, and drumming. Woohoo. Please bring food for yourselves. So, 17th. I was off a week. What did I say? 17th. Yes. This Friday, coming up. All right. Nancy, would you like to come talk about your class?
I actually have two things I wanted to talk about real quick. One is we're going to do the Axiom Workshop. This is going to be a busy week, isn't it? Crazy. We're doing the Axiom Workshop on Saturday from 10A to 2P. If you have not signed up, there will be a sheet out. Am I right, Julie? Is there a sheet out for it, sweetie? There'll be a sheet out that you can sign up for it. Also, Reverend Sharon and I are going to co-facilitate a book, The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And we're going to start that the 1st of March. It's going to be on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock here in the fellowship room. So please join us. We'd love to have as many as possible. It's always just fun to have a lot of people in a class and conversation. So that's it.
Nancy has volunteered to do the community songs today, and she said she plays the piano a little bit, and wait till you hear what her little bit sounds like. Woohoo! All right. All right. Let's do our unity centering prayer together. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world. Thank you.
Good morning. It's great to finally be back with you. Thought it'd be a good time to start a song about getting our day started with gratitude and appreciation for those around us and the beauty around us. This is called In the Morning. Summer day, sunrise. From atop the peak, I see the riverbed. Smell the wind blowing through the pines. And I don't want this day to end. The eagles soaring high above. I see the wonder in your eyes, reveling in the mystery of all the beauty in this life. And in the morning, in the morning, do this dance all over again. Choose a path down the hill, stumbling all the way. It's better than standing still, no matter how long it takes. And there's a sunlight starts to fade. We cross the shallow riverbed. Stepping stones guide the way. There's no telling where this journey ends. But there's no place I'd rather be than on this path. You with me, every day new memories. Hold on to me, hold on. In the morning, in the morning, in the morning, we'll do this dance all over, we'll do this dance all over, we'll do this dance all over again. Thank you.
You're tall. I want to break it. Good morning. The reading this morning comes from Rumi's Little Book of Life. And it's not titled, but it's from this book. You smile so charmingly. What secret do you hide in your heart? You laugh fresh as the dawn. Where did you spend last night? You have set everything on fire and now sit in the midst of flames, laughing. You return from God's tavern, drunk and joyful, laughing at good and evil. You appear as the essence of laughter. All trees wither in autumn. You laugh, fresh as the rose. What enchanted garden do you come from? You are certainty, laughing at opinion and pretense. You are contemplation, laughing at accumulated knowledge. You laugh at the path, the traveler, and the journey. Before the everlasting presence, you are the witness and the witnessed.
The time is now, it's what life's about. We gotta live every moment and make it count. For wishes to come true, be the change you need. No one can tell you how, you've just got to believe. It's not anywhere outside, it's here waiting to be born. Be a guiding light, be a guiding light. Don't keep what you have inside in the dark anymore. Be a guiding light, the one you've been waiting for. Listen to the voice inside your chest. The truth that you hear will be louder than the rest. Take your time, don't think it through. No one can tell you how. Just got the courage in you. Don't be anywhere outside. It's here waiting to be born. Be a guiding light, be a guiding light. Don't keep what you have inside in the dark anymore. Be a guiding light, the one you've been waiting for. And it's never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, ever too late. You're never too old, never too young to wake up. But I think you know that, I think you know. It's not anywhere outside, it's here waiting to be born. Be a guiding light, be a guiding light. Don't keep what you have inside in the dark anymore. Be a guiding light, the one you've been waiting for.
Well, good morning. Isn't this a Super Sunday? Not Super Bowl, Super Sunday at Unity of Fort Collins, especially with you here, Justin. You know, you think that Justin and I collaborated somewhat on this message that he just so beautifully sung, but we didn't. It's all in divine order. It's all in divine order. You know, spirituality, which is what we believe that we are teaching here, is a search for what is true. And as I'm going to try to figure this out. I'm cutting out, aren't I, Richard? Sharon is, by the way, speaking in Cordova, Tennessee at the Unity Church there this morning. So we're both on the road. I took these out of Sharon's closet. She has a collection of glass vases because I wanted to illustrate something using these vases. What I wanted to illustrate is that these are two containers. And just like these two containers, all of our faith traditions, all of our religious traditions, all of them are also containers for the truth. Well, I think I'm going to have to go and get on another microphone, Richard. Give it up. Okay. Testing 1, 2. You got me? Okay, good. What I started to say about these glass containers, these are containers. All of our faith traditions, all of our religious traditions are also containers, just like these. And you know what we do is we tend to look at them and we compare them and we admire them. But just like religious traditions, as we compare and contrast them, we need to take these traditions, these containers, and we need to drink from them. What I'm saying to you is that all of these faith traditions contain truth, and that is what we're looking for. Some kind of truth that inspires us, some kind of truth that gives us a direction in our lives. But all of these faith traditions are nothing more than containers. And what we spend all our time doing is examining them, comparing them, instead of drinking from what is within them. So today I'd like to share with you a bit of tradition that you can find that is common to all of the faith traditions, and it's the power of awareness. Unity and New Thought over the years has taught this. In fact, I've got one of our books out of our bookstore right here. It's called The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard was a New Thought teacher about 100 years ago. And if you were to pick up this book, you'll find much it has to say about the power of us being aware. It's how we search for what is true. The power of awareness. Now, we often, when we think of searching for what is true, we look to teachers, we look to books, we look to our ministries, our churches, and each one of these has concepts and principles that are helpful. But it's not the real truth. It's not the genuine thing. It's not what we are looking for. I'm going to tell you a little story about a donkey. There was once a man, and his name was Nasruddin. He was a Sufi. And Nasrubi had a donkey. One day, a friend of his came by, knocked on the door, and he said to Nasruddin, "I'd like to borrow your donkey. I've got some work to do." And Nasruddin said, "Well, I don't have a donkey any longer. I sold that donkey." My technology is not working today. I sold my donkey. And his friend said, "What do you mean? I just heard your donkey." And Nasruddin said, "Who do you want to believe, me or my donkey?" Me or my donkey? And I ask you this morning, who do you believe? When you're searching for truth, who do you believe? Where do you find that truth? Where do you locate it? I trust that you're not believing me. In fact, the Buddha said, "Don't believe anything that I say." Not a single word. The truth is not found in the greatest of teachers, the most inspiring leaders, the most enlightened individuals. It's not there. It's not in the books in the bookstore. It's not in the bookstore. Continuing. How do we find truth? How do we find truth that we believe in all these containers? It's our own experience. The truth is found within, just like Justin sang just a few minutes ago. It's our own guidance. It's our own experience. And in order to do this, the principle is we have to pay attention to the present moment. Because the truth's not in the past, it's not in the future, it's in the present moment. Right now, right here. Necessary, especially for those out there in our live streaming land. An example of this, the truth being in the present moment, It's just like when we're on a train. Many times on a train, there are those seats that are facing backwards and those that are facing forwards. And when you're sitting in a seat facing forward, you are able to look out your window and you're able to see the future. You anticipate what's going to happen. You anticipate where you're going. When you're in a train and you're sitting on a seat facing backwards, all you see is the present moment. You look out that window, and all it is the present moment. And that is being in the present moment. Our minds are so often lost in fantasies of the future, fantasies of the past, what's going to happen, what has happened. And meditation is one of the tools that we use in order to cut through all of that sort of nonsense and to return to the present moment. And it doesn't take determination. In fact, the more we fight to stay in the present moment, the worse it is. We also don't need to stay in the present moment by imitating others. You know, Jim or Sharon or some other teacher, we share this in classes, and sometimes we get those that want to imitate us. It's not that. It's just being there, right where you are, right at that present moment. And this teaching of awareness, this teaching of being in the present moment is universal. It's in every container. It's in every faith tradition, whether it's Buddhism or Christianity or Islam or any of the other great teachings of the world. No situation, no condition, no relationship, nothing lies outside the present moment. I'd like to give you another story. This story is also from an Eastern tradition. And this story is about a hermit that lived in a forest. And as that hermit was in the forest one day, he heard a tiger. He heard that low growl of that tiger. And then he was fearful. He got sorely afraid. And he began to run through the forest. And he began to run faster and faster, and the tiger was approaching, getting closer and closer. And then he came to a cliff. And the only thing he could do was grab a vine. And he swung off the cliff and down, and there he was, on the vine, clutching that vine. And the tiger was on the hillside above. And then he looked down, and there was another tiger at the bottom. 2 tigers. And then he noticed 2 little mice that were just barely gnawing at that vine, just a little bit at a time. And then he noticed something. Over here on the side of the cliff, in the little patch of dirt, there was a strawberry plant. And so I reached out. Ah, a strawberry. Delicious. 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 Well, let me unpack that story for you a little bit and how it applies to us today. First of all, we all are on a vine. We're all grasping hold of a life between birth and death. And we all have a little mouse that is gnawing at our vine. A little mouse. Age, time, circumstances, whatever it is, something's gnawing at the vine. And then there's that tiger up above that's the tiger of our past. Do you have a tiger of your past that's gnawing at your life? That tiger is having you remember those things those circumstances, those events, all of those things that you're sorry for and you wish you had never experienced them. The tiger of the past. It's eating away at our lives. You know, I've got to know several of you, and you've shared with me events in your life. Some of you have been beaten up, cussed at, disappointed. You have events in your life that no one deserves. You don't deserve it. But you know what? You also don't deserve the memories, living in the memories, living in rehashing those circumstances over and over again. You deserve a different story, but only you can write it. There's another tiger at the bottom. It's the tiger of the future. Do you have a tiger that's gnawing at your life? A tiger of the future? Is there something you fear about the future? Are you consumed about the future? Is there something that's taken away the joy of life because of what you fear in the future? That's the tiger of the future. And then, of course, there's a strawberry plant. And that reminds us of the joys of life today, the circumstances of today that you can grab hold of and say, that's delicious. That's delicious. That's the story of awareness. Awareness. Being aware of today, the blessings of today, all of the things that are coming into our lives on a daily basis. Well, what is it? What is it that causes us to cling to the past and the future rather than today? I'll give you another little story. There was once a man who was searching for a key that he dropped. And as he searched, his friends joined him. They came up and they're all looking around looking for this key. Looked and looked and looked in circles. And finally one of his friends says, "Where do you think you dropped it?" "Oh, inside the house." "Why are you looking out here?" "Because there seems to be more light out here." But the truth is, the key is in the house. And so likewise with us, with each one of us, the truth is inside of us, not out there somewhere, even though there appears to be more light, more circumstances, more whatever. It's what's within us. So we cling to our opinions. We cling to things. We cling to circumstances. And when we cling, it results in suffering. And one of the things that we're discussing on Thursdays in the Mastery of Self discussion on Thursdays is about how our opinions, our circumstances, our thoughts, we hold on to them so tightly. And you know, the world's religions tell us that whenever we cling to something, it results in suffering. It's like the people in Asia. You know how they catch a monkey in Asia? They take a coconut and they put a slit in the bottom of it and they tie it to a tree and they put something sweet inside the coconut. The monkey comes along, he puts his hand in the slit, he grabs hold of that sweetness, that something to eat, and he tries to pull his hand out. And he can't get his hand out. He tries and tries and tries and pulls and pulls and pulls, and he can't get his hand out of the coconut. So in our lives, how do we cease clinging to that which causes suffering to us? So we have to open our hands and let it go. Open our hands and let it go. So are you aware today? Are you aware of what is causing suffering in your life? It's just like a hot coal. If you have a hot coal in your hand, you're going to let it go. If there's anything that's causing suffering, all we have to do is let it go, like a hot coal. So, the lesson is, and these are the words of a famous Buddhist poet. He says, we live in illusion and the appearance of things, because the past and the future are just appearances. We live in illusion and the appearance of things. We worry about the future. We rehash the past. This is our reality. We are that reality as long as we allow it. When we understand this, we see there's nothing, just the present moment, just right now, nothing else, just the present moment, open and free. And being nothing, we are everything. We are everything. So that's the lesson of one of the great truths of the world's religions, found in every container. Every container. We are everything, as long as we let go of the past and the future. Thank you. And Nancy is going to play our meditation song. Yes, let's just bring into our let's just bring into our consciousness in this moment that very thought. Every thought is a prayer. So what are my thoughts right now in this moment? Are they thoughts of gratitude? Thoughts of love? Thoughts of joy? Thoughts of peace? So we breathe into this moment. Every thought is a prayer. And as we breathe into this moment, we know that nothing in our world is wrong. Nothing is lacking. Nothing is limiting. Because we are in the present moment, a precious moment, a God-given moment. Nothing disturbs my peace in this moment. And we also acknowledge that this moment of peace, this moment of joy, this moment of love can be stretched out into every moment of our day, as long as we're aware of it. I live in a moment of peace and joy. Can you say that with me? I live in a moment of peace and joy. I live in a moment of love. Together, I live in a moment of love. And so we know that every thought is a prayer. And those thoughts expand, and they are the truth, and we know it in the name of the great teacher. Amen. And so we live in a world of gratitude, and we have our ushers come forward. And they're going to allow us to express our gratitude by our gifts, our support of this ministry, our support of all it is. So let's repeat the offering blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. We are Justin Ross again. Amazing. Wow. I heard you say wow. So it is a Super Sunday with you here, Justin. Yes. And our other musician in the house, this lovely lady sitting behind the piano, as Anne said, oh, I can just play a piano a little bit. Wow. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Hey, if you're at all here for the first time, be sure to get one of our visitor packages. There's a whole lot of information there about the things we do. In fact, one of the things that we do is we go to lunch after the service. So if you join us for lunch, we'd love to have you. And so let's see if we can get some younger people into the room. Let's see if they're back here. Here they come. Shine, here's the light of mine. One of you like to share what you have been doing?
Today we made a bunch of Valentines and we prayed for friends and family. Today we did we did highest good.
Hi, my name's Adam. Wait, what? Oh, hi. Hi. Bye.
Boy, that was a short message. I know some ministers that should keep it short like that, huh? Okay. Well, thank you. Go and find your parents. And then we have Joe Ellen Fulton here. And Joe Ellen, I think, is going to
Thanks. Whoops. Okay, it's the second Sunday of the month, which is Birthday Sunday. Woohoo! Do we have any birthdays here this month? In February? Come on up. Oh, Kelly, you're not alone this time like last year. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to hand this to Kelly, and you tell us your name and the day of the month.
Okay, I'm Kelly, and my birthday is February 23rd.
I'm Ellie, and I just missed being a leap year baby. I'm the 27th.
And I'm John, and mine was the 5th last Sunday.
Thank you. Okay, are you ready to sing? Okay, let's. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear beloveds. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
thank you, Joe Ellen. Okay, I guess that's the end of our Super Sunday right now. Let's all circle up, and we have the prayer protection and the peace song. Together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.